Hey, Dr. Van Olmen, can you tell me about Klingon as a language?
Klingon. Well, Klingon is conlang, which is a term kind of invented in the 90s, short for constructed language. So it's conlangs are kind of languages with the grammar, with vocabulary, deliberately created by someone. And the reasons why people create these types of languages are very varied. You know, people have created conlangs that they hope will serve as some kind of international language, like Esperanto. Linguists themselves, also develop conlangs to kind of test hypotheses in experiments. The most famous ones are obviously the conlangs that we find in books, like in Tolkien, in movies, computer games, etc. For instance, Dothraki for Game of Thrones, and Klingon is one of those, developed for, of course, Star Trek. And Klingon is actually one of the cooler ones in my view, because it was created to be deliberately weird. Like the Mark Okrand, who developed Klingon, chose a word order that is very rare in the world's languages. So if you were to say something like a Klingon, the Klingon loves a puppy, which of course a Klingon would never do, then in Klingon you would have to say a puppy loves the Klingon. So a really weird thing. And also, for instance, the sounds that Okrand chose are deliberately very weird to an English ear. And for instance, you can see that in the word for ear, which, and I apologize for all the speakers of Klingon, sounds more or less something like koch, koch. So very much, lots of sounds way in the back. And in that word koch, if you somehow recognize the name of the Dutch painter who supposedly cut off his own ear, that is namely Van Gogh. That is not a coincidence. That was a deliberate joke on the part of the inventor of Klingon.